Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way, and it's your Blackburn Rovers versus Watford match preview. And we've got two guests today, not one but two. You obviously all know who Finn is, as is featured in a couple of my last videos. But Brendan is also here today to give his thoughts on the game. So first of all, I'll come to both of you. How are you both doing? How has your day been? And are you looking forward to the game?
I'm looking forward to it because I think we've got a good chance of winning.
I'm doing well. I'm looking forward as well. I think the team is ready to win another game in a row.
Yeah, I think so. And Brendan, I've not spoke to you for quite a while, and we've had quite a few good results since the last time I spoke to you. 3 wins in a row, a 6-0 win against Bristol City. How happy are you right now, just being a Watford fan? Because we are getting into good form at the right time, and other teams around us, Reading, Swansea, Brentford, they're all dropping points at the moment, and we're winning the games we should be winning. So how happy are you with our form at the moment?
Like last time we did, talking about Cisco out, yes or no, need to leave, yes or no, and you see what happens. The team winning streak. I think every Watford fan is very happy with the results from other teams as well. Losing Brentford, Swansea with I think 2 games in hand, losing at Huddersfield, and we are winning. So I think that's the best what can happen if you are in a small bet results. You're going back to winning games and other teams losing. So I think that's pretty good for us.
Yeah, Finn, would you kind of echo what Brendan was saying there? Really, that you're happy with how we're playing at the moment in this new formation that Cisco has brought in, and obviously you must be looking forward to seeing what we can do against Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah, I think your aim in football is to win games while your rivals lose games, and that's what's happening at the moment. I think Swansea and Brentford are going through a dip in form. I think that's clear for everyone to see. Norwich look inconsistent, and we're playing well at the moment. I do think it's the formation is highly to not blame, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy being a Watford fan at the moment for the first time in a while.
Good. And I think that was a very, very positive start to the video today, and we might as well get into the Blackburn Rovers game now. So I did watch a few highlights of the last couple of games, Blackburn, and they're not on a very good run of form at the moment, Brendan. They've lost 4 in a row, but Watford also don't have a very good away form. So you've got Brentford who have lost 4 games in a row. Watford have won 3 in a row. You'd obviously expect Watford to win the game, but with Watford's away form at the moment, are you still a little bit nervous going away to Blackburn, knowing that our away form can be quite iffy at times?
I think the away game's always difficult. Even then, there's no grounds in it, there are no supporters in it. But I think the thing is, we need to keep focusing on winning games and not be lazy at that game, because they lost, as you say, 4 games in a row. They are not in a good form as we are. But you always see in football, if you are in good form, you're playing a team who's not in good form. They always can beat you on some and everything, and you will lose a game like that. So you must be ready for that game. You must know every chance from them. If they go in, they will defend like animals, like tigers. So it's very difficult to, if they score, it will be very difficult to score a equaliser.
Yeah, I think so. And Finn, touching on the threats that Blackburn have, obviously I don't expect you to know a lot about Blackburn, but I do have 2 notable players in their squad that I'm sure you've heard of. You've got Adam Armstrong, who's been really prolific for them this season. I think he's got 19 goals in 25 championship games. So he's scored more than all our attackers that we've got at our club. And Harvey Elliott, I think, is another one to pick up on, and he's obviously on loan from Liverpool, only 17 years old, but he looks absolutely fantastic. How do Watford have to deal with Blackburn on Wednesday night? Because we could do 2 things. We could play really, really expansive football like we did against Bristol City, or because they have got quite threatening attacking players, we could sit back a little bit and look to counter them on the break with our pace. So how would you look to approach the game?
I don't think sitting back is at all the right option, because then we're just going back to how we were under Ivic, not sure how you say it. But I just don't. They've got Harvey Elliott, who scares me against Messina because he's quick, Harvey Elliott, and Messina's not. So I think it's good that we've got protection in Ken Sema in front of him. But I think sitting back is possibly the worst thing we could do, because then if we sit back and it works, what happened last time we did that? We beat Norwich, and then we went on a run of sitting back in 4-4-2 with Will Hughes out wide, and that's the complete opposite of what we need right now. We're on a good run of form. We need to keep
Finn, I've got another question for you from Jesus. He said, Finn, you're a magician. Obviously, you did get the score prediction for Derby right. So he said, what is your score prediction for the game tomorrow? So, Finn, what is your score prediction as Jesus is asking?
0-0.
Oh, dear. That is not very positive.
No.
Brendan, quickly, what's your score prediction while we're touching on that?
A goal to 0 for Watford. Let's keep 3 points from there. Come on.
More positive than mine.
It will be a goal. Finn. It will be a goal somewhere in the, I think, let's say the last 10 minutes.
All right.
It will be a nervy one for sure.
Well, Finn, sorry to be rude, but I'm going to sway more towards Brendan's prediction, as he has been a lot more positive. And yeah, back to the game. Obviously, me and Finn discussed in one of our last videos about squad rotation and the fact that we do need to rotate the squad a little bit more. We have had a little bit more of a break than usual this time. We played on Friday night, and we're obviously now playing on Wednesday. So that's a good five or so days without a game. Brendan, what changes would you make, if any, to the team that beat Derby? Would you maybe bring back in someone like Sirialta, maybe start a Zinkernagel, or maybe even give João Pedro a little bit of a break? How would you set up the team against Blackburn Rovers?
I think that what we say in the video about Zinkernagel last time, I think we need to give him more chance to play from the starting lineup. So just bring him, just let him show what he can do. I think the rest of the team, maybe you can give some players some rest in defense, or somewhere where you like to give a player rest, or some players we have some pain things in their muscles. That's always, if you play a lot of games, you have always players who get a little bit pain anyway. So give them some rest. But yeah, you need to be sharp that game, because what our predictions say is that will be not a very easy game at all.
Finn, I've got another question from the chat for you, Finn, and it is from Amelia, who is saying, what is your preferred back four? Obviously, Brendan just said about Sirialta. Would you bring Sirialta back in? Kiko Femenir out wide, or maybe playing Gakia? What would your preferred back four be for the game?
I think you're looking at Adam Armstrong, and you've got to bring Sirialta back in. Sirialta's their most mobile, most dominant centre back, and he's been good this season. You have to bring him in. And as for the other centre back, I think in the first place it was unfair dropping Truce de Kong. It might have been an injury or a little knock or whatever. And if we do drop either Sirialta or Truce de Kong, I don't want to see Cathcart. It's no offence to him. I love the guy, but Wilmot needs to play. He's the so-called future of our club. Future captain was being spoken about at the start of the season, and he's just not playing. There's going to limit his growth at some point. So I think Messina's got to play, even though he wasn't the best last game. But I think against Harvey Elliott, he's better than Ashraf Lazar at defending, isn't he? Let's be realistic. So I'd go with Adam Messina, what's his name? Sirialta, Truce de Kong or Ben Wilmot, and then Kiko, because Kiko's been class all season. There's no way you can drop him. Yeah,
Brendan, I think Kiko is pretty much a nailed-on starter for every game now, and Kiko has performed really well in recent games, Brendan. So would you say that Kiko and Sarr partnership on the right-hand side? I think that's really, really crucial for how we play going forward. So would you would you say that Kiko is undroppable at the moment, and would you keep playing Kiko until he physically can't do it anymore, because he is playing so well, he is so crucial to our team. So do you agree with me there, and think Kiko should play this game?
Yeah, for sure. It's a player who is very important for this team, this Watford. A lot of players who coming up from the back to forward, make spaces for Saar that you're seeing as well. But I think sometimes you need to change a player to give him some rest. Only that's the opinion from me. Give him sometimes in games when you just start him, and after about 50 minutes, are you 3-0 up in front? You can change a player like that to give him some rest and to get back to to give him rest. That's what I want to say. Just give him rest, but on his playing, how his performance and things like that, you can't drop him. You can't, only on injury or yellow cards or red cards.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of players like that in the team. Obviously, Saar, you don't really want to be dropping Ismaila Saar because he's absolutely fantastic. Kiko Feminier, as you said there, you don't really want to be dropping him. And now I'd probably say Sirialta as well. We've seen in the past couple of games when he hasn't played that we have missed his dominance. And I think those are the three players for me that we really can't be without for a long period of time, because I think they are so key to how we play. Jesus is back with another question, and I put this to you, Finn. He's saying, would you like to see us try a 4-2-3-1 formation anytime soon?
No, simply no. Because why change what's working? With 3 games with you, it's 4-4-3. We've scored 9 goals and conceded 1. Why is there a need to change it? I think 4-2-3-1 would work, especially if it would give Zinkernagel a chance as well. But I just don't see how or why. Because then you've got to drop one of Hughes, Cleverley or Chalobah, and they've all been playing brilliantly. Maybe if we're winning, like Brennan said, 3-0, and it lasts half an hour, 20 minutes, maybe switch to a 4-2-3-1, try it out. Especially if one of our midfielders needs a rest. So maybe. But not anytime soon, in terms of the question.
Brendan, do you kind of agree with Finn there that we shouldn't be switching the formation at the moment, and we should be keeping to how we are in the 4-3-3, because as Finn said, if we did switch to the 4-2-3-1, as Jesus is suggesting, Zinkernagel, would play in one of his favourite positions, that is the number 10 position, just behind the striker. I presume I think I know what you're going to say, that you don't want to switch to it, but do you think that maybe if we do go quite far ahead in the game, maybe we do need to try out a different system, because after a while teams will start to suss out this 4-3-3 and yeah, what's your thoughts on the formation following from what Finn said?
I think I agree with Finn. Just you can do it like tryouts, but the thing is, if you try out when you're 3-0 up after 50 minutes and you go try it out, the thing is, made the team who you play against is like, okay, we can't win this game anymore, playing a lazy game, just play the ball around and don't put a lot of pressure on your team. So I don't know if that is a good tryout to switch to the system where you're 3-0 up in front. What you say, yeah, the 4-3-3 may some other teams will switch to other system, because you're playing a good system, like 9 goals scoring, 1 goal conceding. That's good numbers. So if some managers can find a way to play against us, you need to can switch in a game, but that's really difficult. That is really difficult.
Yeah, of course. And Finn, back to you. Another question from Amelia. She wants to know who your player of the season is so far. So who would your player of the season be? Because for me, having a quick think about it now, I can't really pick one exact person, but I can pick 3 candidates. So I'd probably go with Ismaila Saar, João Pedro and Kiko Femini. So would you agree with me there, or that are there any other people that maybe want to throw in for a shout at winning player of the season so far?
I think Kiko, in my opinion, he's got to win it. When he's gone, we look like a different team. We look shoddy defensively. We don't look threatening on the attack. I think on importance of player, I think Kiko should win it, followed closely by Tom Cleverley. And I know you know how much I love Tom Cleverley. I'm not just saying that because I love him. You don't get anywhere in football without passion, without commitment, without willingness to give all you have for the team. So I think Tom Cleverley brings that to the team. And then I think Ismail Sarr's got to be in there as well. We wouldn't be wet. If Ismail, like I saw James, you said I can't remember, it was a Twitter account, but you said if Ismail Sarr's got, if Ismail Sarr got injured tomorrow, our promotion chances will be over. So I think, the top three would have to be Kiko, Clevs, and Ismail Sarr, and I think Kiko should win it.
Yeah, I think Kiko is probably the most deserving of all players to win it, especially considering he has been at the club for quite a long time. You know, we kind of saw last season what he could offer, but he just didn't do it quite consistently enough. Obviously to keep us in the Premier League, and look, we obviously can't rely on one player to keep us in the Premier League, but I think we've seen that Kiko and Sarr, are both Premier League players, and they shouldn't really be playing in the Championship. But that's what we've been saying there. We are really, really lucky to have them both down the right hand side. And look, as long as they're at the club, it will be a joy to watch them. So I really, really hope, obviously, they stay at the club going forward. I'll take one more question from the chat, and then we'll kind of sum up our thoughts on the Blackburn game. So Will Ingold, welcome to the stream, Will. Hope you're doing well. He is saying, do we keep the same team for Blackburn or rotate a few players? Now, we've obviously touched on that very briefly, Will, but I'll quickly go over kind of what we discussed. And that was kind of like, there has been a 5-day break between the games we played. We would like to see a few players come back in, a Sirialta, a Troost-Ekong. Finn was saying he doesn't want to see Craig Cathcart play, which is totally his own opinion, and I'd probably agree with him to an extent. But yeah, I'll quickly come back to both of you on this one, because we have touched on it already today. I'll come to you really, really quickly, Brendan. Just give me a couple of words as your answer. Do we keep the same team for Blackburn that played against Derby, or do you rotate a few players?
Just what we're saying. We can rotate some players like Sirialta. May start with Philip Singanago from the start. I think if you swap that players, if you rotate that players, that will be okay. Not a big change, so the players are okay with it. I think that's a safe change and a safe rotation.
And Finn, do you kind of agree with what Brendan said there?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of players that do need rest eventually, but I don't think Blackburn's the right game to rest someone. They're a threatening team, and they're big, they're physical, but they do also have that. Them players like Adam Armstrong and Harvey Elliott, so they can hurt us. Yeah,
I think you've summed it up really, really well there, and I hope that answer satisfied your question, Will. And yeah, kind of summing up the game now. Obviously, Blackburn have lost 4 in a row, as mentioned earlier. Watford have won 3 in a row. Brendan, in terms of how we proceed from here, we're obviously 3rd in the table at the moment. Swansea do have a couple of games in hand on us, although we are 3rd currently. So let's just say that we are 3rd in the Championship. We obviously don't want to stay 3rd, and we do want to be getting for them top 2 places. Do you think that Watford can maybe even challenge for the title, or do you think that 2nd should really be our aim now, because Norwich are, they are still 5 or 6 points ahead, I believe. So do you think we should just be aiming to get into them automatic promotion places rather than winning the league?
I think winning the league is always possible. If you see at Norwich last time, losing three or 4 games without scoring. Now they're winning 2 games in a row with about 2 or 3 goals. So they're picking up the form again. But you're not stop believing in the title. Never, ever. I think the players still believe in the title, but I think we can promote directly if we keep winning games like the Blackburn game, that are games you need to win, like we did against Bristol. I think what I was thinking about, I saw the last results against like QPR, teams from the right sides of the table, and we're not winning there. If we win games like that, automatically promotion will be a very good thing to go for, and I think it will be able. So I think automatic promotion, it's possible. Why not?
Good. Come on, Brendan. I'm liking the positivity, mate.
If we keep this form, you win games, and sometimes a draw, it will be all right. And hope other teams will drop anyway. So if you win by yourself, you don't have to watch the other teams.
Yeah, Finn, touching on our next couple of games, obviously you've got Blackburn tomorrow night, and then we've got a really, really tricky game away at Bournemouth. So 2 away games in a row, Blackburn, Bournemouth. If we come out Blackburn and Bournemouth with 6 points, Finn, do you think we are serious contenders even for the title at that point? Because those are 2 really, really tough games, both away games. We know how poor our away form is. Bournemouth are a tough side, just got a new manager in. So if we do come out of that with maybe 4 or hopefully 6 points, does that kind of tell you that we are now a serious contender for them automatic promotion places?
I think it does, and it not only shows us that we're an automatic promotion team. It shows the rest of the league, and then you've got teams like Swansea, Brentford, Norwich looking over their shoulder, and that's going to scare them. And ultimately, if you're not confident, you're not going to win as many games, are you? So I think it's almost crucial that we get at least 4 points. But I think, yeah, if we get 6, we're right up there. And like Brendan said, I don't think you ever stop believing you can win a title, especially in a league so unpredictable as the Championship.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think Brendan obviously agrees with you as well that you should never give up. And I really do like Brendan's positivity, because Brendan is a very positive guy. And that is why we get him on the channel to bring that positivity. Forget about Finn's score prediction. He was all negative. Brendan's a positive one at the moment. So let's channel Brendan's energy. To kind of sum up, guys, now we obviously said our score predictions earlier, but we'll quickly go over them again just for anyone who didn't tune in earlier in the live stream. Brendan, what was your score prediction, and are you still sticking with that 1-0 win to Watford?
Yeah, 1-0 win to Watford. Somewhere in the last minutes, it will be a very nervy game. We will some people were swearing at home because it not go very wide that game. Maybe some misses. Hopefully Gray not play. That's my prediction. But I think a goal to 0 for the Hornets away at Blackburn. So come on, the Horns.
And Finn, I want to come to you again before we leave, because you did say 0-0 earlier in the stream. Are you now going to change that and be more positive, or are you going to stick with your 0-0 and annoy everyone in the stream?
So I don't annoy everyone in the stream, I'll say 1-0, but I think it will be a nervy and scrappy game, and I don't think we'll play as well as we can, but I think we'll come out with a win.
Good. Liking the positivity. I'm going to go with a 6-0 to Watford. Come on, the boys. Come on, the boys.
So.
All right, before we go, obviously, thank you very much to Brendan and Finn for coming on today. I really, really do appreciate it. Brendan, where can everyone find you on social media?
Social media on Instagram for Watford at the Netherlands, and on Twitter, Dutch Hornets and Belgium Hornets, both. We are more on the Twitter from the Banner Hornets, so just make sure you follow that, and our Instagram, of course.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming on, Brendan. And Finn, where can everyone find you on Instagram?
Watford FC 2021 on Instagram. I'm sure you all follow me because I'm amazing. That is a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, I don't have Twitter though.
Before we go, there is one funny comment here left from Will. He said, "Not relevant, but James, you really look like James Garner."
You do.
You do.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Why you leave to Nottingham?
Yes.
What
did you leave us?
Very, very funny. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I've had a good laugh today, so thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you with more Watford content after the Blackburn Rovers versus Watford game tomorrow night. So thank you very much for watching once again, and we'll catch you tomorrow for some match reactions. Bye bye.